Good morning, guys. Welcome once again to the banks of the lovely River Wye. Been going down here quite a lot recently, doing some autumn fishing down here. I mean, it's literally an hour from home, so it's no issue getting here at all. It's absolutely wonderful. Fishing's wonderful, and just fancy getting some barbel fishing in before the cold weather properly hits. But as you can probably see from the clouds and the spots of rain hitting me, it's rather inclement day today. I think we're going to get a bit wet. It's raining, blustery, it's quite cold as well. But the river's up and there's a bit of colour to it, so I'm hoping we'll do okay. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning now. It's a new stretch I haven't done before. And we're going to give it a go. I'm here with my mate James, and we're going to primarily barbel fish. I think there's some nice barbel and chub been coming out of here. I've had a walk up and down the stretch. The lower swims look the best ones, so I'm going to work along these lower swims, James and I, and just throughout the day. As I say, it's about 9 o'clock now. I've been here about an hour and a half. Had a talk to the bailiff too. Very nice chap. He's asked him for a bit of local advice, and he said, "Don't fall in, you'll get wet." But he just said, you'll do all right in the lower swims, which I'd sort of sussed out that they look the best anyway. It's banging through up that way, but it's a little bit slower down here. It's a nice pace to it, nice colour. So going to start down here. We'll have a move around. I'm not going to stick too much in any swims unless they're fantastic, but I think there's about 5 swims to go out, so we can have a move around, a few hours in each one. This is another stretch on the Wye Foundation. It's just a two person stretch. This it's only about half a mile long, and it's been recently some double figure barbel come out, some chub over 5, so that's what we'd like to get. So fingers crossed, really. Hopefully we won't get too wet. It's very showery, so 1 minute the sun's out, next minute it's chucking it down, so I think it's going to be one of those days today. No umbrella or anything, to be honest. I can't, it annoys me fishing under an umbrella. I'd rather put my coat on. So I'm all waterproofed up, so enough talking, let's get cracking. So guys, as you've seen me use before, I'm sure, I'll just quickly run through it if you're new to my channel, and I'll put the details of all this stuff down in the description as well. Rod is my John Wilson Rovex Barbel Quiver, pound 3/4 test curve. I've got the heaviest tip in, I think it's 3 ounce, maybe 4, but the river's reasonably pushing through. Got a Shimano bait runner on, ST 2500 FB reel. Do like a small reel, and furthest out I'm going to be casting here is like mid-river, so it's not a problem at all. I've got some nice smelly cheesy garlic ground bait mixed with some crushed hemp and a few pellets as well in there. I've got all sorts of baits, pastes, boilies, pellets. I've even got some maggots should you want to go on the maggots and get onto the smaller baits. I'm going to do the water temperature in a minute just to see what we're up against. But I'm going to go on the feeder, I think, to start with, pack it with ground bait. I'm going to start off perhaps on a paste wrap boilie, or I think start on a paste wrap boilie and then perhaps move on to meat if we're not doing any good on that. Well guys, nothing doing there. Time for a move, I think. Can always come back. So guys, it's raining. Had a move to this swim and looks fairly good to me. We've got obviously a current here and a couple of bushes either side and a bit of slack in front of me, although not too slack. So I'm going to get it just on the edge of that crease there and see if there's anyone at home. Oh god, we're in. Jump. You think perhaps it was a chub the way he was trying to get into those tree roots. Wonderful. Oh, and here comes the rain again. Well guys, very lively character. Proper decent chub as well. Fantastic, my first decent chub from the Y. Wonderful. Well, I'm not going to keep him out very long because he's very frisky. Fab. So guys, hard going today, not overly surprised, but we'll keep at it. It's about 1:30 now, something like that. I've just been to the car and had something to eat. Changed my coat, put the proper winter coat on because it's proper cold. What I've done as well, I've moved up to the top of the stretch, doing a few swims up here. The water's a bit deeper and a little bit slower here, but the Barbel Quiver rod is struggling a little bit. It's bending right round because just the amount of water that's hitting the line, I should say. What I've done is I've grabbed another rod. Now I don't tend to keep very particularly stiff rods. I've sort of anticipated that perhaps it might be the case that we came up here one time and the pound 3/4 just wouldn't cope. So what I did was set up one of my 12-foot Fox Warriors with a running rig, exactly the same setup, same line, slightly bigger reel. It's This is the ST4000 FB, and let's say this is 12 foot long, but it's 2¼ pound test curve. So give me a little bit of backbone, because not only am I struggling a bit in the current in front of me here, I can't really go out any further either with this other rod, but I think I really would struggle if I caught something decent in here, certainly. So time for a change. As I say, I'm going to just swap the rods out. Literally it's exactly the same setup, just running ledger rig. It's actually a Quorum running ledger kit with a Guru gripper feeder. Got 3 ounce one on at the moment. 3 ounce one's just about holding in here. If I let a big bow of line out, let's get that out of the way. So all I'm going to do is just pop that on here. We'll see how we get on with a little bit more backbone. Do a few more swims up here, and I'll move back down later, presuming we're not smashing it up here. I'll move back down where we caught that chub and to those more secluded swims later on, and we'll finish the day perhaps wherever we think we're most likely to catch a barbel. I think at the moment it's just a case of trying to drop on them. Don't seem to be sort of around, hunting around. James hasn't had anything yet. He's been a bit more static than me. He's done 2 swims. He's tried small baits, large baits. I've myself tried pace wrap boilie. I've tried small pellets. I've tried bigger pellets. Actually had that chub on Sweetcorn. I've even tried corn. I've just grabbed some maggots from the car. There seems to be a lot of minnows about. I have, unfortunately, I impaled one on the way in early on, so there's clearly some minnows about. There's another one when I reeled in was in my swim feeder. So they're clearly around. So I'm a bit concerned that even if I go out in the middle with maggots on, I think they're just going to get smashed up. Because I think it may be a day for smaller baits, being how cold it is. But anyway, enough of me talking. Let's do a bit more fishing. See if we can't at least winkle out one barbel. Feeling it down and then just paying a little bit of line out. I'm not fishing too far out at the moment. Sort of give it another 20 minutes on the inside, I think, where I have been fishing, and then we'll perhaps try a little bit further over. But I'm on the outside of a bend here, so the deep water is at my feet. It does seem to be reasonably deep under my feet as well, so we'll see how we get on. Well guys, I'm going to call it a day. That's just starting to get dark, as you can see behind me. Unfortunately that's all we've had, although lovely chub in those conditions. It was very grateful to catch that. I have to say, it was proper blowing, freezing, well, as you've seen, freezing cold, chucking it down with the rain. The river was up over a metre, so very, very grateful to have caught that, to be honest with you. So we'll be out later on in the week. So until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me getting soaking wet. Tight lines. Enjoy your own angling, and I'll see you again very soon.